Hello guys, MediEvil fan147 here. How are you all? I'm just back here with another kind of vlog video today, and I just felt like showing you my PS1 collection, my PS1 game collection, as I thought, why not? Because a lot of people do that, and I just thought I'd do my own. So a lot of these games are games that I play a lot, and some that I've played before, but I've not played them in like years, and some I've not really played at all because they're just ones that I've gotten from friends who don't want them anymore, so they've just given them to me, even though I don't particularly want them either. But if you want to see me do any Let's Plays of the ones I've not played, then I will. I'll give them a try. But yeah, also, this PS1 that you see in front of you right now, this is my third PS1 I've ever owned, and I used to always play my PS1 games on my PS2, since I lost my first two PS1s because, just because I was careless when I was younger. But when my mum met her boyfriend, we found out he had a PS1 and he gave it to us, so I was so happy about that, and he also gave us some of the games he had with it, but I've not really played all of them. I've played one a bit, but I'll just show you through them, but they're in no particular order. It's just, I'll just show you them as they appear in the pile. So the first one on top of the pile is 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the Rescue, and I have done a long play this one on my channel before, and I think it's got quite a lot of views actually, and I'm hoping to redo it actually at some point, hopefully either soon on my current computer, or I might just wait till I've got a new computer before I do it, because this game has like a high frame rate in it, so it kind of lags if the computer doesn't have enough RAM. So there you go, that's the disc, and it's a very fun game actually. I like the music in it too, and it's very chirpy and relaxing game to play. Yeah, there's the booklets and everything. Yeah, so that's pretty much just all the instructions in it, and that's in very good condition actually. I got this like I owned this already before when I was younger, but I've lost it. I lost quite a lot of games I owned when I was younger, but I got it for my birthday a couple of years back from a friend of mine, so that was nice of her. It's in very good condition. I've looked well after that. And okay, you know how I'm supposed to be quite a MediEvil fan in that. I am so sorry to say that the next game that I've got here is MediEvil, but the cover is in terrible condition. But the old copy I had stopped working after a while, and its cover was in good condition, but I got rid of that MediEvil when I ordered this new one online, and I didn't realise how bad the cover would be when it arrived, but it's gotten even worse now. Like, the cover actually comes straight off. It doesn't even come with a booklet, and it's probably just due to me playing it a lot, because I like the game so much. And there you go, that's the disc. That's the Daniel Fortescue and Sark. That's an awesome disc, don't you think? It's even got like a signature on it, like someone who must have owned it before. And there's the side of it, MediEvil, on the back cover. And yeah, these are all PAL versions of games that I own because I live in the UK, so... Well, as you may hear, I've got my long play of MediEvil playing in the background. MediEvil 2, and that's Whitechapel that's playing right now. And I actually own two MediEvil 2s. And for those of you who actually know my channel quite well, you'll understand why I've got two of them. It's because I've been doing these multi-language long plays recently, and yeah, I did it in English already, and so far I've done it in Italian, but I might redo the Italian one because I played that straight off my PS1 and it's better quality off the emulator, and I figured out how to play the levels now without them crashing. And yeah, hang on, which one's which? Come to think of it, I think this is the British version here. Yeah, the back cover there, it's like 19th century London is held in the grasp of the satanic Lord Palethorn, who has shook the dead from their graves and unleashed it. Well, hopefully you can read that. But yeah, and this is the Italian version. I can't really read what's on the back of there, but yeah, I was so glad actually I found this version online, because yeah, I could do some foreign long plays for you now. I only got this just a couple of weeks back, but I've owned this since like primary school. This particular copy. Actually, I owned this is my second copy of MediEvil 2 I've owned. Before the first one I got stopped working due to too many scratches on the disc, and I got this one like about probably 10 years ago. I got this one now, so, and I've still got it. Woohoo! That's MediEvil, both the MediEvil 2s I own. And next one, oh, I've not actually done a playthrough of this one yet, but I ordered it recently to do a long play of it, but it's taken me a lot of work to do because it's so hard to complete it 100%, because it's one of those sort of games that you can't actually get, you can't go back to get stuff that you miss, and that's Tarzan, Disney's Tarzan, and I did actually own this game when I was younger, and I've got lots of memories with it, but it's another one of those ones that I lost, and I have no idea how I lost them, but it's lots of fun though, but it's stressful when you're trying to complete it 100%, because like I said, if you miss something, you can't go back for it. So that's annoying. I don't like it when games do that to you. That's just the back cover. Yes, that's just, I think, yeah, it's just telling you about the game, and that's the booklet and everything. So I'll hopefully get some either Let's Plays that done for you or a long play. And here's the next one. I do not like how this game has such a bad review from critics on. I found this out when I was watching a top 10, I think it was top 10 best PS1 soundtracks video, and this guy said like, oh, Bugs Life, how your critics hated you, and I'm like, what? This was hated? This game? I loved this game as a child, and I've got so many memories with it, and actually, I was so invested in this game as a child because there were so many mysterious things I discovered in it, like a bonus level. I mean, like, I remember when I was younger, I don't remember how I did it, but I always remembered when I grew up after years of not playing this game, I thought, how come I can't find this level that I always remembered when I was younger, of this circus and that. So I must have accidentally accessed the bonus level when I was a child. So yeah, you're meant to squish, I think it's like 5 bugs at a time for you to access the bonus level. And then the other one is jumping on 5 mushrooms in a row. Another one is killing 5 grasshoppers in a row without them hurting you. So yeah, that's the Bugs Life cover. And I'm just showing you all the ones that are in their covers first, and then after I'll show you the ones that don't have their covers. And this isn't actually the first Bugs Life I've owned. I actually still have the old disc, come think of it. Where is it? I'll look for it, hang on. Yeah, the old disc I have, a lot of the levels, like, I think it is, what's it called? Cliffside, I think that's it. That one sometimes doesn't work, and the music plays up a lot on it. There's this buzzing sound that glitches out in the level. And hold on, I'm just looking for it through this collection here. And when I get right up to the last level doesn't work on the old disc. So that's a real shame, that. So it's in here somewhere, don't worry, I'll find it. And there it is. Yeah, there's my old disc. And it's not the platinum version, so it's just the actual logos on the disc here, see? So yeah, moving on. Now here's a game that I used to play a lot in primary school. Like, there's this person that my mum used to babysit when I was in primary school, and we used to play this every morning, but we used to get very stressed out with this game, and that's Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Now this game is pretty fun to play, even though it's like really short, and the controls are terrible in it. And my long play this has got quite a few dislikes, and I think that may be why, because I kept falling off ledges all the time, and I made a complete fool of myself, like, trying to get a life and ended up losing 10 getting it. But yeah, the music in this game is very good, and it's actually relatively fun, but it's pretty stressful if you're doing the Let's Play bit, because you can't rely on yourself to do well in it, because it's such a fidgety controlled game. And pretty much, like, you just go through levels throwing pies at enemies in your way. You pretty much just have to get through the level alive. That's pretty much all you have to do in this game. Let's get started. Yeah, again, all the booklets just tell you how to play the game, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't get it. This is actually in English, but the disc's spelled in German or something. Und die Cyberjago, or something like that. This isn't actually, this is not the first copy I've owned. I don't know what happened to the original one I had, but I got this one again this year. So, here's something I got really excited about in my unboxing video a while back. I bought this year, and it was very rare. I couldn't find it anywhere, but I was so excited when I saw a second-hand copy on eBay, and that's MediEvil, the Japanese version. Isn't that cover absolutely beautiful? I absolutely love that cover. And inside it, I love the disc too. It looks beautiful, and the little manual inside it just looks so medieval and gothic. It's just lovely. And they made lots of changes to the Japanese version, like such as the animations of boss scenes. They only made the Pumpkin Serpent a tad harder because he tops up his health a little more relatively often, or something like, I don't know. But yeah, I did a long play with and without commentary, demonstrating the changes that I spotted along the way. And yeah, here's the booklet, and oh god, it's just beautiful, don't you think? The cover, the Japanese covers have really good art on them. Yeah, I don't know, I'll have to do something else with this for my channel, because it's really good. I don't know, it's blah. I felt like I didn't speak about it enough after I actually played it. So here it is. It's very awesome, actually. And I haven't really seen many Let's Plays of the Japanese version online, so I thought, well, it's the opportunity for me to do it then. And I also haven't found any ISOs. That's part of the reason why I was so glad that I found it, so I could buy it. And also, what was I going to say there? Oh yeah, I also, in my long plays, I've put the ISOs in the description of the video because I uploaded them to Senspace if you want to download them and play it yourself. Oh, and here's another game. This is another game I actually owned when I was younger. This is actually the only Spyro game I ever owned when I was younger, and it's Spyro Year the Dragon. This is the only one I actually remember from when I was a child. And I actually love this game so much, and sadly I own the PAL version, so I can't buy a Greatest Hits version for the soundtracks in Midnight Mountain with Haunted Tomb. I love the Haunted Tombs soundtrack in the Greatest Hits version. And to be honest, I quite like the reuse of Molten Crater's soundtrack in Dino Mines, but yeah, I used to own the demo of this when I was younger, and I used to remember Fireworks Factory went to Molten Crater, and the Greatest Hits version of the skate park in Haunted Towers, that's from the first game, Enchanted Towers, went to the skate park and Seashell Shore. It's a really fun game though. It takes hours to play. As you'll see, my long play of the Greatest Hits version took me about 8 hours, and of course I didn't do that all in one go because it's like impossible. And I actually remember what happened to my original copy of this game. I was actually trying to wipe it because the disc was sort of like jumping apart, so I thought it maybe needed a clean, and I guess I wiped it too hard because I snapped the disc when I was wiping it, and I got so devastated when it broke. I had a platinum version before, so I didn't actually have the picture on the disc. But yeah, I kind of wish I had an American PS1 for that reason, so that I could play the Greatest Hits version, but sadly I'm stuck with the reused soundtracks in Midnight Mountain, so yeah, this is an awesome game though, I really like it. Oh, and straight after it, I have Gateway to Glimmer right here. So yeah, as I live in the UK, I have the Gateway to Glimmer one rather than Ripto's Rage. And yeah, this is actually, I got this like about 2.5 years ago, coming up for 3 years now, for Christmas. And I was actually so excited when I got it because I only discovered like about 5 years ago that there were more than there was more than one Spyro game for the PS1. I didn't realise it because Spyro Year the Dragon doesn't say Spyro 3 Year the Dragon, it just says Spyro Year the Dragon, whereas this says Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. And I was so excited when I found out there was more Spyro games because I loved the third one. And when I played Spyro Gateway to Glimmer, it was so awesome because it was like a whole new Spyro adventure to me, a whole new levels to try and whole new soundtracks to hear, and it was just so awesome. And it reminds me so much in Christmas now. This game, I played it a lot at Christmas time, and oh, it was so relaxing to play, just with the Christmas lights up and everything, and dark nights, and it was snowing outside. Oh, it just reminds me so much of that. It's a really fun game to play. My favourite levels in it are probably, I really like Glimmer, the first level actually, and I really like Cloud Spires later on. Cloud Spires? Is that right? No, it's a third game. Cloud Temples. So that's a really fun level, and Robotica Farms. I really like Cloud Temples though, that's a really good level. I think that was originally maybe called Mystic City. There was quite a lot of renamed levels in this game, but I think it sort of slipped through the cracks because it was referred to as Mystic City in one of the levels, and that's what it was originally meant to be called. Hang on, I'll just take a sip of my Coke. But yeah, it was originally maybe called Mystic City, but then they settled for Mystic Marsh for a different level. And yeah, I definitely recommend the Spyro franchise. I think that's actually one of the most popular ones on the PS1. A lot of people like the Spyro franchise, but yeah, rightfully so. It's a brilliant game franchise. And sadly, I don't actually own the first one, but I really want to. But surprisingly, the Spyro games are really expensive for the PS1, considering how retro they are. And but yeah, hopefully I might ask for it for Christmas or something. I might get it as a Christmas present or a birthday present. But yeah, I actually played, I did a long play of Spyro 1 this year, just a month back I think actually. I downloaded the ISO off of, I think it was the ISO Zone, and I had a couple of trial runs at it just to practice at it, and it took me a while to figure out. I actually attempted 2 long plays that I abandoned because I got stuck on treetops, because it took me forever to figure out how to reach certain areas, and it turned out there was this really, really hard to figure out super jump thing you had to do. I think it was supercharge you had to do to actually access certain areas, and there was a weird supercharge thing you had to do in Haunted Towers. I love that soundtrack, by the way. But and also like Lofty Castle soundtrack. All those levels you had to do to supercharge were a nightmare, to be honest, but I really like that game, to be honest. It's got a great soundtrack. But sadly I don't own it, but I'm hoping to own it at some point. I might do an unboxing video when I eventually get it. And oh, this is actually my most viewed long play on my channel, I think. Well, it gets a lot of views anyway. It gets about 1,000 views a day. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm glad that people enjoy it. And that's Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to Rescue. And I actually I owned this game like years back, and again, this is another game that was like really mysterious to me because I never completed it, but I just used to really enjoy this game. I got stuck a bit alleys and gullies. I never got further than that when I was younger, but then in my actual long play this game, that was the first time I ever actually completed the game in my long play. So, in any point after alleys and gullies, this long play was actually blind. So, I must have done surprisingly well considering that's my first time playing it in years. Because again, this is another game I don't know what happened. Oh wait, no, I do remember what happened to it. I think it was my sister stepped on it by accident like one time, and yeah, because our rooms were such a mess when I was younger, and I think she stepped on the disc, and I think I owned the platinum version of that too. So yeah, that's what happened to that. And again, this is another game with a brilliant soundtrack. You should really try this game out. It's lots of fun, and the soundtrack is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, hold on, does this have a? Yo, what this has a booklet too. Oh, look how bright and colourful that cover is. Disc is. And, oh god, this video's already 15 minutes long. Gosh, I'm taking forever to get through it, I'm sorry. Oh god, look at that picture of Buzz. He looks so goofy. Sorry, but, okay, moving along. Also, I like how someone pointed out that I was shooting my laser and beat with the Al's Toy Barn music in my long play. Thanks for spotting that. I always like to do these little quirky things in my Let's Plays and that. Oh, and here's another thing. I've not played this game in ages, actually. This is actually the same copy I've owned for years. My friend, this is always the same copy I've owned from when I was like about 5, and I'm 18 now, so this is the exact same copy I've owned, Tekken 3, and I don't have the cover art for it, or the booklet, but there's the back cover for it. And it's lots of fun in the game, but later stages can be really difficult, especially if you're fighting the likes of Lei, or Nina. Oh my gosh, you're pretty much screwed if you're stage 7 and you're fighting Nina. It'll take you like hours to get past her unless you're like a complete master or pro at this game. I might actually do some more Let's Plays. Well, actually, I'll just do some Let's Plays of Tekken 3 at some point because I've not actually done any. I've done some of Tekken 4, which I might redo actually. But yeah, it's moving swiftly along. Oh, this is another game I did a long play of. I might redo it actually because. It was such a tiny screen. I did it in before, and it's actually not got as many views as my other ones, but it's still a very fun game, and I definitely recommend it. Is The Emperor's New Groove. It's actually it's another one of those sort of games that, luckily, not a lot of levels are like that, but there's levels like River and the roller coaster levels in Catacombs that if you miss something, you can't go back for it and end up having to redo the whole level to get everything. But it's a really good game. It's got brilliant soundtracks in it. It's very mysterious as well. It's another one of the sort of games you get really invested in and helps distract you from reality, and it's just so relaxing to play. And again, you play as this cocky emperor to be not emperor to be. I'm talking about the sitcom, a spin-off. Sorry. Yeah, the voice of the person who plays him in The Emperor's New School plays him in this game. It's not David Spade. I think what's his name? JP Manu, something like that. I don't know. Focus. There we go. Yeah, this game is actually lots of fun though. My favourite ones are the Catacombs and Mountain. Yeah, I like the Catacombs as well. I love the music to the Catacomb levels and just how scary it looks for a kids game, to be honest. This Catacombs. The Catacombs actually were only in the film for like 10 seconds, but they made like a huge thing out of it. And this one, they actually stretched out the film a lot in this game to us because you don't really see them in the village much, but there's a whole 5 levels dedicated to the village. They're never even in the city that much, and there's a whole 3 levels about the city, and yeah, but it's a very fun game though. I definitely recommend this one. This one has lots of fun. Here's another game. This is actually one I've not played. It's one that my stepdad already owned, so I don't really know much about it. Yeah, Mickey's Wild Adventure. I might play this if someone suggests it, but I've already tried it and I got stuck in it like as soon as I started. I had no idea what I had to do, so I might do some blind Let's Plays or a long playlist for you if you want, but yeah, this is another game I've not really played much as a child. I didn't actually own it as a child, I just got it like about a year or so ago. So yeah, let's move along to the next one. Oh, Crash Bandicoot 2. I actually really like this game, and a lot of people seem to link this game to Spyro, to be honest. Yeah, this is actually another good game though. It's very much like this other game I know called Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. It reminds me of this other game that I've got called Lilo and Stitch Trouble in Paradise, and but this was made before Lilo and Stitch, so I think Lilo and Stitch sort of copied their idea. But yeah, from what I've played this game though, it's got very good music and it's very fun to play. But I'm not sure how you're meant to play it, to be honest though, because What's the objective? Do you have to collect? Because there's these crystals. I swear I keep missing every level, but I don't actually know how you're meant to get them. But yeah, I've not played this game a lot, to be honest, as a child or lately, but I have played it before. It is pretty fun, but I'm not sure if I'm playing it right. So if anyone could actually describe to me the whole objective of the game down below, that I'd appreciate that. Yeah, it is actually a very fun game though, but I just not sure if I'm playing it right when I do play it. And it's the platinum version I own, and I might do some videos on it at some point. I know this is another very popular PS1 game that a lot of people are wanting to come back. I hope they bring back a third MediEvil. It's well overdue. I want them to bring that franchise back to life so more people can know it, because I love that game. And also, same with Spyro. They should make some more Spyro games like they used to. Enter the Dragonfly. I've not played that yet, but I'm trying to get it for the PS4. Apparently it's been pretty bashed by critics because it's... I don't know, actually. Even Insomniac kind of bashed it, which I think is kind of rude of them. But, it seemed alright to me by the looks of things. A lot of people seem to complain about loading times and lag and that, low frame rate due to all the things. It was rushed too, apparently. Okay, so I'll just move on to the next game. Oh, I've not played this one in years. Hang on. That's very low on my pile. Hold on. Baby Felix Tennis. Oh, I'll need to do some Let's Plays with this one, because I used to find this really fun when I was younger. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. I definitely remember this game when I was younger. It was... Oh gosh. I've also remember this one. This is go... Pretty much that's all I can remember about the game, just the noises. And I used to always place the bird in it. Can't remember who that is though. Oh yeah, that little character there. I used to always play that little birdie. I'll have to do some Let's Plays of that soon. It's been ages since I've played that game, Baby Felix Tennis. Oh, here's another game that I haven't really played much. I played it a couple times with my stepdad, but rally car games aren't really my sort of thing. But he loves his cars and football now. He's quite a typical man, so yeah, I think this is more his game. Whenever he wants to play PS1, he plays this, but it's not really something I play. So not that I'm saying rally games are bad, they're just not my kind of thing. So whoops. I fell right out. And yeah, I'll just move along actually. It's a very good condition. He must have not played it much to us. It looks really new. It's really tidy actually. So yeah, oh, and here's the last one that's in its cover. Bomberman. I've never played this one either, to be honest. That's probably why it's at the bottom of my pile. I've never played this game, but if any of you could tell me down below if you've played it and it's good, I'll definitely try it out. Maybe do some Let's Plays or a long play of it at some point. Oh, I like that disc. Hudson. Oh, quite flexible cover. This also seems pretty brand new. He took really good care of his covers, and I just broke it as I said that. Damn it. So that's all the ones that are in the covers. So let's just rake through these flappies now. Flappies. Okay, so here's one that I've not played for a while, but I used to really enjoy it when I was younger. It's The Weakest Link. I used to watch the show now and then, but I found the game pretty fun as well. It's definitely a family game, this game. If you ever have like friends and family over for maybe like a party or dinner, this is a very fun game to play together because it's like multiplayer and you can play up to like 7 players. And it's very much like the actual quiz show, and I don't know how many questions are actually in the software, but I'm sure they probably reuse the same ones over and over, but it's actually a pretty fun game, The Weakest Link. And another one I've got that's not on its cover is Stuart Little 2. I've not played this one in years, and I don't actually think I would play it either, because it's another one of those games that are just so tricky to figure out, but I think I might just get round to doing some at some point. Yeah, I do remember this game quite well, actually. I used to watch the films when I was younger. I used to make fun of them when I watched it too, though. I used to always mock it as it went along. I was just one of those sort of people, and yeah, I remember the game being pretty fun, though. It was a bit frustrating at parts, but let's see what more games are in here. Oh, this game. I used to find this game hard when I was younger, and I could never get past the first part. It's just so complicated. From the sounds of things, it's really bad, this game. It's really boring and crap, and it's got really bad reviews from critics, The Planet of the Apes. And I think what they did was they brought it out to promote the new film that came out at the time, but apparently it was really bad. It was just like a Tomb Raider wannabe sort of game, but also, it was quite a bit of jump scaring in it. I quite often get scared when I play it. So, I tried doing Let's Plays of it for the channel, but nah, it just wasn't working for me. I'm sorry, but maybe some of you like this game out there, but and if I must play it, you can request it if you want, but I won't guarantee I'll complete it, but yeah, I own that game too. Oh, it's a PS2 game. Also, if you want to see my other collections, I can maybe show you my PS2 collections. I don't have as big a PS2 collection as a PS1 one, but I also have Wii games and DS games, if you want to see them in a different video. Oh, and here's another game that I was mentioning earlier, Lilo and Stitch Trouble in Paradise. Here's another game that I really liked when I was younger too. I never completed it, but I managed to complete a long play of it for you a while back, and it's actually a pretty short game. It took me just over an hour to play it, and it's similar layout to Crash Bandicoot, just Crash Bandicoot to be honest, because you just have to collect items in each level, and also the writing for numbers in that looks similar, and also the layouts of the levels look very similar to Crash Bandicoot. And okay, have I got any more games in here? That's another PS2 game. Oh, Rayman! Oh yeah, I've never completed this game either. I got pretty far in it, but this is another game that I found pretty hard when I was younger, and I've tried doing like long plays and let's plays for this channel, but I'm not very good at it. It'll probably take me some practice at it before I do a long play of it. But I get as far as like Badlands in it, and it's a pretty fun game, but it's hard. It's a really hard game to play. I think you have to be quite a master at it to play it. But yeah, it's pretty fun. I still remember the music. And oh, I did a long play this game for quite a while back, and that was actually the first time I played it in ages, so it was kind of blind, and it was Rugrats Search for Riptide, and you can really just get lost in the adventure of this game. It just reminds you so much in being a child, and it gives you an excuse to be like a child again playing this game. It's so much fun, to be honest. It's such an adventure, this game, even though it's pretty short, and you don't actually have to play all the minigames that are in it in order to complete it. So I didn't actually manage to play all the minigames in my long play, but it's lots of fun to play. Yeah, you really get lost in the moment when you play certain PS1 games. Oh, Digimon Rumble Arena. This is actually, a lot of people didn't seem to like Digimon games for PS1, but and to be honest, I didn't actually like them either, but this is one I absolutely love. I love Digimon Rumble Arena. It's so much fun to play. I play it all the time with my sister, and she beats me a lot actually, and she plays as Magnetramon, which is really weird because I think she's probably like the worst Digivolution Digimon, because she takes off very little health in her attacks, but she's sort of mastered her attacks pretty well, so I always play Seraphimon when I'm playing against her though, and I quite often beat her, but Seraphimon, but she quite often beats me as Magnetramon, and it's a really fun game. And actually, I've heard there's a new mini-series of Digimon adventure coming out called Digimon Try. I think it's to celebrate the 20th anniversary, and I'm really looking forward to that. I hope to bring out an English dub of it. And I feel so nostalgic with the intro going like Digimon, Digital Monsters. That theme tune really sticks to me. I love that theme tune. I know a lot of people seem to prefer the Japanese version, but I like the English dub. And I like the English version of this game. I like the music, like the dun 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 dun. Oh, now here's one I've not played in quite a while, but I definitely remember from when I was younger. Dragon's Tales, Dragon Seek. I've not played this one in ages, but I remember watching the show on TV, and like when I was really young. But yeah, I can't actually remember much about this game. It's like a hide and seek game anyway. I don't think there's a lot to it though. I don't think there's a main objective, but there might be. I can't actually remember much about it. Oh, and Winking the Bear. This is another one of those sort of games that was like Pocahontas and Hunchback of Notre Dame. There was games like this, pretty much, where you just did paintings and saw cutscenes and all that. It's kind of boring, to be honest, but I might do something with it at some point. I don't remember much about this game, but there wasn't much to remember, I don't think. I've not played this one in years, to be honest. Oh, and Dino Master Party. Quite a lot of people have bashed this game and badly criticised it, but I think this game's not too bad. The music's pretty catchy, and the minigames are kind of fun, even though they're kind of like samey and just there's not much of them. There's not much to the game, but I find it relatively fun to play. I kind of enjoyed playing the game when I was younger, and I quite often acted out playing it when I was younger. Oh, I was kind of like that with MediEvil as well, the MediEvil franchise. I quite often pretended I was Sir Daniel Fortescue with my little toy swords and my toy shields. I used to run around pretending that I was like a wine glass was a chalice or something like that, and I was pretending to kill enemies. And I quite often made my own money bags and made my own life balls. And yeah, I don't know why I suddenly went on to MediEvil there, but I am a MediEvil fan, so I can get away with it. And oh, Tomb Raider. Oh, I've not played this for a while. Yeah, I really like this game, Tomb Raider. I remember this when I was younger. It's pretty tricky though. It's quite hard to figure out what you're doing if you're like a first time player, but there's quite a lot of games I'm going to have to master for the PS1. Yes, that's Tomb Raider. That's all the ones from that flappy thing. But I think I've got another one here. It's less full though, so there might be less games in here. Here's one I've not really played as much, but it seems pretty fun. You can maybe tell me what you think of it and recommend whether I should play it or not. That's 40 Winks. I got that from 2 friends of mine in primary school a while back. Well, high school now I think, but they were in primary school and I was in high school. And yeah, then they had a PS1 and they had this game. I think they had the PS1 games, but they no longer had their PS1, so they gave me this. And yeah, I don't remember much about it to be honest, but if you recommend it, I might do some Let's Plays of it for you. Scroll through, we've got more here. Oh yes! Oh, it's another game I've not played before. Like, well, I've played it like not in a while. And I think I remember it being rather creepy, to be honest, this game. Like, it's very, like, dark at parts. And and I think I actually remember it being a bit like the M&M's game. I had, this M&M's Meltdown game that I actually don't own anymore, but I used to own it when I was younger. And I used to find it, like, lots of fun to play. And there was a track in Mario Kart Wii that reminded me a lot in it, and I think it was Toad's Factory. But, yeah, I don't remember much about this game, but if you would recommend it again, I'll give it a try if you think it's a good game. Oh, and here's another game that some people have actually requested that I play, but, and that's Ape Escape. And I actually used to like this game when I was younger, but I actually couldn't get very far in it, because again, it's another game that I got very stuck on. But a lot of these games I've not actually tried since I was younger, and a lot of games I do try from since I was younger. I'm better at them now than I was when I was little, when I couldn't really figure them out. But yeah, Ape Escape, I do remember that being very fun, to be honest. It's another one of those sort of games I got really invested in and really lost in the moment when playing. But yeah, if any of you recommend me playing this game, I'll sure give it a try. And I think this is the last game I own. Here, oh no, there's 2 games here. Okay, there's one that I like literally never play, and that's WWF Attitude Get It. I remember that game though from when I was younger though. I used to play it quite a lot. And I also had another wrestling game called Simpsons Wrestling, which I don't currently own anymore. But yeah, I think there wasn't really much to say about this game, to be honest. It's just fighting really. But and here's the last game I own. I used to find this game pretty fun though, but I could get quite addicted to it on hours and end, and whenever I lost I get frustrated, but I could get pretty far in it, and that's Ghostbusters. And I don't understand why you actually had to choose a character to play as, because you never see who you're playing as. It's just a big circle that you see the whole time when you're shooting, but this game is relatively fun to play for the PS1. The Ghostbusters, I don't own the cover for it anymore, but yeah, that's all the PS1 games I currently own. So, whoopsie daisy. I'm gonna scatter all these discs in front of y'all. And let's hover the camera over it. Oh gosh, there's a lot of discs here. Wow, Jesus. Wow. A lot of discs. Hope I haven't scratched any of them by turning them round right now. But there we go, that's Ape Escape, Ghostbusters, and you go and look, I've got so many of them without covers. Oh yes, I'm using a Tom and Jerry's box to support my camera. I'll put them all away just now. Hang on. And I'll sort of go back over the PS1 games I have again. Like for the disc. What the hell am I on about? I might edit this video down at the parts I'm cleaning up and that. And also here's just my PS1 column again here. Bomberman, Comic Royale, Battlefield Tennis, Crash Bandicoot 2, Mickey's Wild Adventure, Disney's The Emperor's New Groove, Tekken 3, Toy Story 2, Spyro 2, Spyro 3, that's the Japanese version of MediEvil right there, and Scooby-Doo and Cyber Chase, A Bug's Life, Disney's Tarzan, MediEvil 2, another MediEvil 2, MediEvil 1, and 102 Dalmatians Puppy to Rescue. And yeah, I'm hoping to redo that as well. Just like I redid my Monsters Inc. long play 2, because I got an Elgato capture card, so it's better for recording than the one I had before. And I tried recording 100 Dalmatians with that capture card, but it would have turned out better if I just recorded it off an emulator. But I'll need a better computer for doing that. So anyone who would like to help me down below, just with Patreon and that, just donate like $1 a month if you're feeling up to it. Of course, you don't have to do it. It would just help me out a bit with stuff like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. That's been my MediEvil 1, my PS1 collection, and I'll see you all later. That's my PS1. Oh, and here's my memory card. I'll see you all later on though. Thanks for watching.